So this area where we're hunting is a flat river bottom, basically. We're down below the ridges. We're on this flat maple timber bottom right along the edge of the river. We've got this big CRP field behind us on the downwind side, and we've got some corn and bean fields up to our north that the deer are going to be trickling back into from feeding all night, and we're hoping to catch them on their way back to bed. Well, Kyle and I, we go 50-50 on hunting and filming, and I'm behind the camera this morning and Kyle's up to bat. So it's early November. By the calendar, the rut should be going. Unfortunately, the morning's been kind of slow, so we're gonna try to start the party. Kyle's gonna get his black racks and his extinguisher going and see if we can't pull an interested buck in here. So in this particular stand, it sets up really nice for calling, just because of the way that the terrain lays. You know, we're probably 80 yards from the face of some ridges where the deer are going to be going up to bed. And what this allows us to do is when we call, it allows the sound to travel horizontally with the river. And the deer will travel along the bottom side of the ridges just because it's the easiest place to walk, and it's an excellent place for bucks to be cruising. Kyle had just finished up this rattling sequence when I heard something coming behind us. Since I'm on the back side of the tree, I was able to turn and look and recognize that, hey, it's just a small buck, no big deal. The buck filters right through and goes up into the timber where we can't see him, and we think he's gone. After a short little while, Kyle decides he's gonna try rattling again and see if we can't stir something else up. And here's something coming behind us, and lo and behold, we got a shooter buck coming. And he's on the downwind side of the tree. He has no idea we're there, and he's charged up, he's ready to fight. Well, at this point, we've got the perfect scenario. We got this big mature buck behind us and this small immature buck in front of us. They both know each other's there, and this buck is literally right underneath my stand. I mean, you can see it in the video. He's right underneath the corner of my stand, and I'm on pins and needles. I'm terrified to even try to move. I'm just hoping my stand doesn't creak. He comes in, puts on this big show, and the big buck's gonna try to show his dominance here. He's gonna work this scrape over. He puts his flag up as a visual indicator to let that buck know that, hey, I'm right over here and I'm watching you, and it was just incredible. Well, as you'll notice here, this buck is circling around the tree. He's sniffing the ground. He goes over and he hits this community rub tree. He's just trying to figure out which bucks are in the area and who's making all the noise. Well, as the buck's working this community rub, he looks up basically directly at me, and I swear he could see into my soul. I just froze. I panicked. You know, I was just praying that he wouldn't bust, and he actually just calms right back down, goes about his business, licks his nose a couple times, and moves on. It's starting to look pretty good. We realize that, hey, we beat his eyes and now we beat his nose. He starts to come around from the back side of the tree, from the downwind side, now moving upwind. We even have another advantage on this buck as he starts to circle around to the front side of the tree. Now all we got to do is communicate and hope that Kyle can get a shot. This is when things start to get crazy. The buck starts to move around to the front side of the tree. I'm trying to communicate with Kyle and say, hey, I got him, kill him, kill him, kill him. I'm starting to pan with the buck, moving around the side of the tree. Kyle gets to full draw. I'm still saying, kill him, kill him, kill him. And finally, I'm so far extended, I have to lean out on one leg on my tippy toes to try to stay on this buck so Kyle can get a shot and I can get it on video, when suddenly, the little buck busts me. The buck takes off. My mind is blown. I don't understand. Why did he not shoot this buck? He takes off running up a trail. I instantly swing the camera around, get back on him. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm still trying to communicate with Kyle saying, why didn't you shoot him? Kill him, kill him, kill him. When he stops, and it looks like Kyle's gonna get a shot at him. The buck is out there about 35 yards. Kyle's flustered, I'm flustered, and the buck offers him a shot. We both stop him at the same time. Kyle was already at full draw. We had no idea what the yardage was, and he just took a guess and guessed wrong. It was a real heartbreaker. So Kyle sails the arrow over top of that buck, and man, when he looked into my eyes after that, it was scary. I mean, he was upset, I was upset. We finally got to communicate and figure out what was going on, and that's just what it was. He couldn't hear me, I couldn't hear him. He didn't want to pull the trigger until I had him. You know, it's just one of those things. It's a tough pill to swallow, but if you film long enough, it's going to happen. Once in a while, you're going to get beat, and that was our chance. So on this entire hunt, you know, we had a lot of things that were very successful. Our tree stand was in the perfect tree. Our calling was on point. We convinced that buck that there was a fight going on. He had to come check it out. We beat his eyes. He didn't see us in the tree. We beat his nose. He didn't smell us on the ground. Everything worked out perfect. There were so many things that went right on this hunt. The only problem was it was just our turn. You know, we couldn't hear each other, and once in a while when you film, you're going to get burnt, and it was our turn.